Sustainable Energy Africa is 20 years old this year.
In the early days, if you approached a city and wanted to know what the energy picture was, the best they could do is direct you to the electricity department. Nobody knew anything about energy in cities in those days.
There's more and more demand for the kind of work that is going on in all municipalities now. But in those days, there was none of that. It was just Sustainable Energy Africa knocking on doors saying, you need to have an energy plan.
Well, Sustainable Energy Africa has created the space for energy issues to be considered at a city level in South Africa. Without the existence of this organization, I really don't think that cities would have come as far as they are with considering energy as the golden thread through all the work that they do.
Amazing, that's the word. It's been amazing. I mean, I can already think about some of the events that we've been co-hosting with Sustainable Energy Africa, the input and the leadership that Sustainable Energy Africa has been giving on these events. Just to make sure that the agenda and the intent and the objective to do those events was clear.
Energy Africa, I think of robust research, of quality training, of strategic facilitation.
Sustainable Energy Africa is very knowledgeable and interested in the impact of their work. So it's been very refreshing to work with people who know and understand why they do what they do.
NMC has been really receptive and pioneering in terms of what they have integrated into the work practices, the buggered leave, the flexibility, just the general humanness of the workplace, the flatness of the workplace, not hierarchical, the fact that everybody feels part of it.
When I went onto the website, I noticed that they clearly wrote it out in their website about their work-life balance, and when I read that, it just felt so in sync. But wow, what a place that could actually put out what they is a culture of the organization.
Happy employees perform to the best of their ability, so there's no clock watching or anything. You do your thing, you just need to deliver on time.
Looking at development, human welfare, poverty, and climate impact in cities.
So for the South African Cities Network, it has enabled us to positively impact on our city practitioners, on the work that they do around energy, and that in turn impacts on the lives of communities.
So my work with the Sub-Saharan African cities has been ongoing for the past 4 years and has revolved mainly around climate action planning and energy strategies.
C has at its core the value of partnerships, because probably all the work that it does cannot be done without establishing trusted relationships between the key role players that are involved in sustainable urban energy development.
It's quite tremendous. SIA has not just been a partner that has been with us in terms of the advocacy role, but they've been with us in terms of doing the work itself that needs to be done to support municipalities on the matters of the guidelines for renewable energy, energy efficiency strategy.
For us to build municipal staff capacity around current energy issues, especially sustainable energy issues, to focus on themes that are of current interest to our city practitioners, to our city officials.
Can't manage what you don't know, so you need the data to inform evidence-based policy and action, because otherwise, you can't just implement a policy and not know what kind of impact it has. Maybe it has a negative financial impact.
Sustainable Energy Africa role in shaping the energy agenda in these South African cities I think for quite some time now. It started with this state energy in the cities.
The State of Energy report is one such key document which highlights the status quo of energy and climate change in South Africa.
And C has always tried to, once the mainstream picks something up, to move on, to go into the next pioneering area, to try and get donor funding for the what the future needs are going to be.
We will wait and see what arises and run with it and grab it. But I do think that it's likely, in terms of the sort of technical side of things, I think electric mobility is going to be a big space we've got to move into. And I think the embedded or distributed generation is obviously going to be a huge thing.
And pushing from the bottom up in terms of smoothing the kind of regulatory environment, as well as the skill set to be able to embrace a full-on implementation of renewable energy and energy efficiency, in that providing clean, safe, equitable energy for all.
What democratizing energy means is something that really needs more work. I think there's sort of northern models that this means, you know, collective ownership of power plants and so on. And I think in this country we still really have to work out what is a more people-centered democratic energy system look like, and how do we work with that to leverage the opportunities there, but at the same time strengthen local government to be the holder of the public good, but let them loosen their sort of grip on the management of things and be much more of a facilitator and an enabler, but with strong leadership around public good. We really need that leadership.
Look up, you see the sun is shining. Look up, see the sky is blue. Look up, the sun is raining money. Look what the sun can do for you. Get your piece of the sun. The sun will save you money every day. Get hot water all day long. Get a soda water heater, you can't go wrong. Get your piece of the sun.